Hey guys, welcome back to AFK Journey. In today's video, we have our first trial of Valka inside the game through the story mode. Now, she is on our team, not the enemy team. So unfortunately, we don't get to see the descriptions and the full image and stuff like that like we do when they're on the enemy team. But I am fully warned, I think she could be the first A level that I actually go all in on. Because I really do like the look of her kit, which obviously we need to see more. We need to see exclusive equipment and stuff like that. I just like her general vibe, her appearance, her in the story, like everything about Valka. I just absolutely love. I think she is warranting of being an S level, but she is an A level, so she could be the first A level that I pull on. And just quickly before we get into it, I forgot to include one of the most important things, which is the alt animation in the whole video. So editing in the alt animation, I haven't looked at it yet. Let's see what it looks like.
With this sword, you shall be purged.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. She's pretty cool. Anyway, let's continue with the video. Now, when we look at her here, the first thing I want you to note is if we put her adjacent to an enemy, and it can be in any, an ally, it can be in any position adjacent to an ally, she gets a shield at the start of battle. However, she will get this shield pretty early in a battle anyway if she doesn't start adjacent to an ally. I'll show you that here when we start without her being adjacent to one. You'll see she does like a roll and then an attack. So that roll attack applies the shield as well. So I believe that would be a subsect of the shielding ability, that she gets the shield. If she's not within range of a target, she will do a barrel roll and generate a shield. Because when we look at her abilities, we've got this one here, which is looking like the shielding logo, and this one here, which is looking like a slashing type ability. Now, if we jump in as well, the other thing I want you to note is that she has a ton, like an absolute ton of starting energy. So if we go begin, let's go. Look at her starting energy. It's almost 100. When she does this AoE swipe, ready? Here it is. Here it is. Boom. That consumes her energy. So she has this AoE swipe tied into her ultimate, I believe it would be, where she passively will do this AoE swipe. And that's going to consume some of her energy because you'll see when she uses her ult, she doesn't do much. Now, you can also see on the enemies, they've got a circle around them. You can see this enemy has a circle. You can only see 1/4 of it lit up here, but the top right hand corner is lit up too, because that's the order it goes in. Now, each time she strikes an enemy, she's going to generate an extra quarter of this circle in green. Now, once an enemy is fully lit up in green, she can use her ultimate regardless of where her energy is. At least that's what I've seen. Okay, there you go. Let me take it off auto. So you can see that enemy, but it also consumed all of those rings, meaning now she can't do anything to that enemy until this one gets the ring up. So if we go ahead again, see the AoE. So that double AoE, once again, that's that one that I think is going to be using her, is part of her ultimate. Then she also has another one where she does a swipe over the top. So she's got like the horizontal slash, and then she's got the vertical flip slash. Now the vertical flip slash is what I think is her skill too. Keeping in mind, every time she hits an enemy, she is applying a stack to this circle that she can apply. Now if I hit continue and I hit her ultimate, you can see I can use it on this enemy, but I cannot use it on this enemy because his ring is only at, what is it, half full now. You can see it just generating there. So, and it doesn't matter where my energy is, and watch my energy bar on her when I use the ultimate. It uses maybe like, I want to say like 10% of her energy bar. So it doesn't use much at all. Okay, that enemy, once again, he's got max stacked, so my energy is not full, but I can still go in and I can go ahead and slap him with it. Boom. Boom. Now, the other thing is we do have the stun tied into it as well. The next thing I want to note is she's going to barrel roll here and get the shield. So once again, she gets that shield when she does the barrel roll. And also she gets the immunity while that shield is active by the looks of it. You'll see it pop up here in a sec. These guys probably use some sort of control effect if we can get it. So that one there where she did the slash and then the flip into another slash, I believe that is going to be her second ability. The other thing she does have is that haste debuff, which we'll talk about in a sec. So there's that one. Okay, let's just retry. And I did also test it with having an ally next to her to see if when the ally generates that shield for her, whether they get any benefit from it. It does not look like it. So if I put Chippy in here, you'll see Chippy doesn't have any buffs or anything. There's nothing crazy looking at the start. There may be something that we can't read though, but I'm not too sure. And the other thing is that haste debuff that you can see there, that that generates as soon as they reach max stacks on the ability, and that's also when she can use her ultimate. Then we go ahead and use the ultimate. It consumes all those stacks and also consumes the haste debuff. That is the thing to note with her ultimate. It is consuming the green circle stacks, but also consuming that haste debuff. So it's a bit weird for me in that one. I could see that maybe when we get her exclusive equipment, maybe some of that stuff is adjusted, like they don't lose the haste buff. Maybe they don't even lose those circles and she can just become an ult spamming unit. But I think she's got a very interesting kit at this stage. Let me just go into retry without Chippy in the team again. And let's just go through this. Boom. Take all this stuff off. So I kind of like the kit already. So she gets the shield. She gets unaffected as well. So the shield giving unaffected is really, really nice. There's the AoE, which consumes energy. I want to say it's about 20 to 30%, maybe 25% energy to do that AoE swipe. And you can see now that she's done that, we can go boom, use Jackal energy, do that, and then we can do it again. As soon as that's done, we can go ahead and do it again because he had max stacks as well. But you have to be doing it on an enemy that has max stacks before you can actually get the stun to apply. So you can see here, we're going to go boom. Enemy's got max. We should be able to go. Boom. Get the kill. Now we're going to barrel roll into the next one. Get our shield up. And then we do that ability, which I don't think there's anything else. Is there a knockdown tied to that? That's the one thing I haven't looked. Let's have a look at that ability again. I'm curious if there's a knockdown maybe tied to that, what I believe is the second ability. Because when we look at it, the ultimate, I believe, is going to include... There's not... Yeah, undefined. The ultimate is going to include her ultimate slash with the, like, her little... her poke with the stun, and I think it's also going to include that AoE swipe that's consuming some of her ult energy. This one, I believe, is that over the top slash. Now that's the one thing that doesn't seem to have too much in it. And then this one is going to have her shield, which she gets at the start of battle when there's an ally adjacent to her, but it looks like she also gets it when she's out of range of an enemy and she barrel rolls to attack them. That is the basic kit that we are seeing at the moment. Like I said, I just want to try and see if we can see anything else about this skill 2, if it does like a knockdown or something. Yes, so that skill also has a knockdown. Okay, it's hard to see from that angle. I wonder if I put it up here, it'll be easier to see. But yeah, so this skill, ult has the AoE, which consumes energy, and then her actual ultimate, which has to have max stacks on the enemy of that circle to do it. It consumes those stacks and also consumes the speed debuff. This one is that double attack where she does the flip and has a knockdown tied into it. The shield is a shield she gets at the start of the battle, and she also gets it when she does a barrel roll into an enemy. So honestly, it's a pretty solid kit. Her only debuff at the moment, well, she's got the knockdown and she's got the stun on the ult. And then she's got the haste debuff. However, that does get consumed with the ultimate, which I'm not a massive fan of. But once again, we haven't seen the Supreme Plus upgrade, nor have we seen the exclusive equipment upgrade, because these battles don't have that. But the base kit in itself, I'm really liking. So let's see if we can see this. So this attack here, boom, boom. You can see he's flat on the ground. And he's actually knocked down for a couple seconds too. So that ain't too bad. So now we've got the we've got both of them with the debuff. So now we can go boom, boom. Straight into the other guy with our ult as soon as that animation finishes, and then we go straight into it again. Boom, boom, boom. And there's no way of generating the shield until we get out of range again. So on bossing, she's probably going to have a hard time getting the shield up unless she gets thrown away or the boss is mobile, because she'll always be in melee range. That could be her one downfall. But I don't think, but it just depends, because the shield, we don't see any buffs, but maybe there's a passive tied into the shield, that when the shield is active, she gains stats that don't show up as a buff or something. But in general, I think it's pretty solid single target damage with a little bit of control. Once again, we got to wait and see how the damage is calculated, whether she can be decent multipliers for bossing and stuff like that. But in general, I mean, I'm kind of liking the look of her. Like I said, I'm a bit biased because I really like the character, the way they've, just the way she's presented and everything. I think she's a pretty cool character. But that is a look at the skills we know so far for Valka. Now, she's going to be the hero coming after the twins and Lawson, who happened at the start of the season. She's going to be the next character following that. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's a pretty interesting kit. I like the weird ultimates that are a bit different. Like I said, it's really strange that her actual ult uses Jackal energy and her just passive AoE tied into it uses more, but she's one of those ones that just has tons of energy. So I can really see her exclusive equipment being something to do with consuming extra energy to get more damage. I think that would be really cool. Or if her exclusive equipment was something to do with not consuming the stacks of the ring that she puts around an enemy, so that she can just like spam ults. She just like spam it for days. That would be really cool as well. But that's everything we know about Valka so far from that little test play. Let me know what you guys think. Honestly, I like it. It's a pretty unique kid, and like I said, I'm biased. I think she's just cool. But anyway, that is a look at Valka. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.